today in this session, we will try to go out with simple interest and compound interest. Now what I'll do is I'll try to take out one simple problem. Let's see like how the problems will be by using a formula. Then I'll give out some different approach, and you decide which approach will be easy for you to solve. Then we'll plan accordingly. Is it fine? Okay. Let's assume like the principal amount is 1,000. I'm going to give out a very simple example. The rate of interest is 10%, and number of years time taken is 3 years. What is the simple interest and what is the compound interest? Yes, if I'm going to look into the simple interest, I can say simple interest equals to PTR by 100. Which gives 1,000 into 10 into 3 divided by 100. So we can cancel out 2 zeros. So we'll be left out with 30 into 0, which is nothing but 300. Next, we have compound interest. So unfortunately, we don't have a direct formula for compound interest. So we have to go out with amount. So which gives P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power N or whole to the power T. So which gives 1,000 into 1 plus R is nothing but 10 by 100 whole to the power 3. So which will give us 1000 into 1.1 to the power 3. Here the first thing is that we need to know cubes, or we need to calculate to the power 4, but we don't know how to calculate it. We don't know how to calculate it, right? So because if you're going to go out with a normal calculation 1.1 into 1.1 into 1.1, of course it will take a long time for us to calculate. So the only best option to go through this is going with calculator. But yes, of course, we're not supposed to use calculator. Then how we are going to deal with it? Yes, if you're going to look into this one, I can say it is nothing but 1000 into 1.1 to the power 3 gives 1.331. And again, we need to multiply this. This is fine because the number is 1000. What if the number is other than 1000? What is the number is 2500? Again, we have to use calculator here. What if the number is like 1800? Again, we have to use a calculator. We don't have any other option to go through it, right? So yes, looking into this, I can say it is 1331, which is the amount. Next, if I want to find out the compound interest, I'm going to use amount minus principal, which gives 331. This is how we are going to solve it, right? With basic formula. So this is a simple example because of which I could solve this thing, but what if the numbers are different? So this needs calculator and this also needs calculator to solve. All right? Without calculator, it will be difficult. And if you are going to do it manually, it will take a long time. So of course, we try avoiding the calculator and we will try avoiding the techniques which will take a long time. So what is the alternative for that? Now, what I'll do is I'll try to split this into a simple components. I'll try to go out with a basic technique. Okay, let's check out with that. So I'll take out a similar example here. P equals to 1000, rate equals to 10%. Now I'll try taking out the simple interest in this case and compound interest on the other side. I'll just split it out here and I'll try to take out the values for 1 year, 2 year, for 3 years as well as 4 years. Okay, so I can see interest is nothing but basically, okay, I'm going out with the basic approach. So P into R percentage, 10% of 1000. Can you see it is nothing but 100? Yes. Now I can say amount equals to 1000 plus 100, which gives 1100. Next, if interest is 100 for 1 year, in simple interest for all years it will be same, because simple interest the values will not get updated. It completely depends on the principal value. So you're going to take it out as just 100. Now if I'm going to look into the amount, it will be 1200, amount will be 1300, and amount will be 1400 here. All right, so it's a common thing. I can say like simple interest is quite common. Instead of adding out 1 by 1, you can just take it out interest for 1 year, multiplied by 4, you'll get it for 4 years. That's quite simple in simple interest. Now the problem starts in compound interest. Now I can say interest equals to, yes, first thing 10% of 1000, I'll get it as 100. Next amount will be 1100. Till here, it's not a problem. Now, after this, the interest keeps on changing. Please look here. I can solve this interest into two different parts or two different types. So one is nothing but taking out the base interest. So it is 100 plus interest of whatever the interest we have got. So here I have got 100 as the interest. So I can add it as 10% of 10. So I'll get it as 110 as the interest. Getting it? What we have done? Interest is nothing but, look here, compound interest for nth year. What I have done, I have taken the principal amount and look here, this principal amount and the interest, and I have taken interest of that. So principal amount interest is 100. This interest is 10. So I can write it as principal plus not only the basic interest, interest accumulated, all the interest accumulated into our percentage. Into our percentage. What is this? This is going to give us this compound interest for that particular year. It's not the summation of all. It's for that particular year. Or else what you can do is, look here, instead of taking out this accumulated interest, you can directly take out interest of this amount also. Interest of this amount, that's nothing but 10% of 1100, you will get it as 110. I can take it as compound interest of nth year is nothing but take out the amount of n minus 1th year and take out percentage of it. So you will get it in this way. You get it in this way. This is to calculate, or this formula can be used to calculate the interest of that particular year of any nth particular year, provided the previous interest is known or the previous amount is known. So if you're going to look into this, I can say amount equals to 1100 plus 110, 1210. Next, again, if you're going to take out the interest, it becomes 121 and amount becomes 121, 1210 plus 121, which gives 1331. Again, you're going to take out the interest, which is nothing but 133.1. And if you're going to take out the amount, it is 1331 plus 133.1, which gives 1464.1. Okay. So looking at this, we have got two different values. So please try to take out as much input from this. So this is one thing we can take. The next thing, if you're trying to divide the amount, let us assume like if you're going to take out a of n divided by a of n minus 1. That's nothing but the interest of any nth year divided by the interest of its previous year. What you will get is you can directly calculate the rate of interest. You can directly calculate what? Rate of interest. How you are going to get it? This is equals to 1 plus r. 1 plus r. Or I can say a n divided by a n minus 1 minus 1 equals to r percentage. We can take out this also. So if you want to check it out, you can check out with this 1331 divided by 1210. You will get it as 1.1. 1.1 minus 1 gives 0.1. 0.1 is nothing but r percentage, which is nothing but r by 100. So if you want to find out r, it is nothing but 0.1 into 100, which gives 10%. Even that works out. So please make a note of some of these inputs here. Just try to understand. Okay, basically I'm not going to use the formulas over here. Whatever the thing I have derived, I'm writing it here. We are going to apply the similar thing, but not using formula. Okay, now we'll try to look into the similarities here. Now looking at this, I can say interest is equals to 100 in the first case, interest equals to 100 in this case also. It means that interest for the first year, simple interest and compound interest for the first year is same. It means if they're going to ask us to find out the compound interest for the first year, it means you can indirectly find out the simple interest also. Because compound interest and simple interest for the first year is same. Is it clear? Next, when you're going to look for the second year, the interest keeps on increasing. Here, these are the inputs you need to understand from the simple interest and the compound interest. Now, let us assume like if they are going to ask what is the compound interest for 3 years, going out with this thing will take a long time. Finding out amount for the first year, again second year, again third year, it will take a long time. Right? Yes. Now look here, how we are going to tackle it. I hope this is clear. Since it is having more number of formulas, I'll not go through it. No formula should be used. Then what? Yes. The first part I'll discuss about compound interest. Compound interest, we can tackle it easily using a super technique called as Pascal's triangle. I can use it, or I can tackle it with the help of Pascal's triangle. Yes, the previous technique was we can solve it without using calculator. This one we could have easily solved with the help of without using a calculator, but the time taken will be more. So the same thing we have to do it within 1 or 2 steps, but not with this 4 step. That's lengthy. Next, how many of you know what is this Pascal's triangle? You can take it as a summation of the previous levels, or I can say it is nothing but the powers of 11, starting from 0 to n. Anything is fine. Okay, I'll construct the triangle here. So if you're going to look into this, I can say yes, 11 to the power 0, it gives 1. 11 to the power 1 is 11. Okay, 11 to the power 2, 121. 11 to the power 3, 1331. 11 to the power 4, 14641. 11 to the power 5, 161051. So I can write it as 1 5 10 10 5 1. 5 1. So it goes on like this. Now this is about the powers of 11. So if you don't want to go through that, yes, look here. This is nothing but 1. This is the first layer. The second layer, write 1 and 1, 11. Next thing is write 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Next again 1. Next write 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3 and 1. Next 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 plus 1 is 4 and 1. Next 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 4 plus 6 is 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. 4 plus 1 is 5. And at last 1. You got the point here? It's nothing but the summation of the previous two terms, or I can say like the central terms here. Central term is nothing but the summation of the two arranged terms. So either you can consider it as the powers of 11, or you can consider it as the summation of the numbers. Now what I'll do is I'll split it here. Okay, I'll be splitting it here. Now let us assume like they have asked the compound interest for 1 year, you will be using the first line. Compound interest for 2 years, you will be using the second line. Compound interest for 3 years, third line. Fourth year, you will be using the fourth line. Yes, now few people might be having doubts, sir. If they're going to give 5 years, we have to use 5 numbers in it. That is nothing but 5, 10, 10, 5, and 1. Will it not become a lengthy? Yes, of course it will become lengthy. But there are some exceptions here. Look here. If the number exceeds or the 3 year or something, where we will be having 4 values to take or 5 values to take, what you do is at max take only 3 values in any of the row. Other than 3 values, you just stop it, because if you're going to take out the 4th value or the 5th value or the 6th value, it will just change the numbers in terms of a decimal point, and that will not affect our answer. Decimal precision will be there. Clear? So let us have a very simple example. I'll take out principal equals to 1000, a rate is equals to 10%, and number of years, time equals to 4 years. Okay, we have already solved this problem with the help of a formula as well as with the help of a simplified method by taking out the interest for each and every year. Now we'll try with the Pascal's triangle, and let me know which one is faster, whether the formula, whether the simplified one, or this Pascal's one. The condition is it should be faster and it should not use calculator as well. Getting it? So the first one, it was faster with the calculator. The second one, it was not asking for the calculator, but it was slower. Both has its own limitation. Now we'll check out with this. Please look here. Compound interest, you can calculate it directly. How? If they're asking for the 4th year, look for the 4th year values. So what is it? 4. 4 into what? 4 into whatever the condition they have given. 10% of principal. 4 into 10% of 1000 here. Done. Plus, what is the next number here? 6 into 10% of this value, whatever you have got in the previous case. Plus, next value is 4 into 10% of whatever the value you have got in the previous case. Plus 1 into 10% of whatever you have got in this case. And again, as I've already told, we can end up with three values. So 1 is done, 2 is done, 3 is done. You can just ignore this. You can just ignore this. So we'll check out with ignoring what is our value and by considering that what is our value. Okay, this is just for your understanding I have written, or else I can write it directly here. For example, how can I write it directly? 4 into, what is 10% of 1000? Can I say it is 100? This is done. Plus 6 into 10% of this 100 now. What is this 10% of 100? 10 plus 4 into 10% of this 10. 1 plus, if you want, you can ignore it, plus 1 into 10% of this 1, 0.1. Now look here, if you're going to ignore this, what will happen? It will just affect 0.1 decimal value. So what is this? 464. 464.1 is your answer. If you're going to ignore the last one, it will just give 464. That they will never give the answer like 464, 464.1, 464.2. Will they give any answer like that? No. Now, what are they asking? They're asking about the amount. Yes, compound interest is already done. Principal is 1000. So I can say the answer is 1000 plus 464.1, which gives 1464.1. Now, you let me know which one is faster. This step I have written only for your understanding. You can directly start from this step. Directly, you can start from this step. I've solved using three different methods. One is using formula, one is using a simplified interest for each and every year. The third one is using Pascal's triangle. Compound interest problem we are going to solve through Pascal's triangle, right? If you are going to understand the percentages well, your profit and loss problem can be solved at a very faster rate. Okay, so I'll be using the same percentage technique to solve all the problems on simple interest and compound interest. All the problems. Please look into this carefully. Let us assume that they have given 1000 as the principal. A rate of interest is 12%, and number of years, time is 4 years. Please look into this. What is the interest here? Simple interest. PTR by 100, 1000 into 4 into 12 divided by 100. So can I say 48 and 480 is the answer? 480 is the answer. Now, yes, I don't want you guys to go with this thing. Please understand with respect to the percentage. Please understand this. Okay. So now look here. I'm going to take out the percentage. So this 12%, this is the rate of interest, and time is 4 years. Now I'll tell you one word. Please keep that in mind. That's nothing but overall interest. Okay. Overall interest. Now, what is the overall interest? Overall interest, please make a note of this. Overall interest is nothing but the product of the rate of interest and the time. What is it? Can I say 48%? Okay. So this overall interest is nothing but you're calculating the interest for how many years? For 1 year. You're reducing that 4 year to make it as how much year? 1 year. Is overall interest is always for 1 year time, at 1 year. Please understand. Now it means that, please understand this, it means that if you're going to take out 12% for 4 years or 48% for 1 year, that is same, or else you are taking out 24% at 2 years, that is also same. The point here is whatever this overall product, if it is going to match the same product as the rate and the time taken, then it means that that is same. So instead of taking out different values, you always take overall rate of interest. Got the point? What do you have to find? We have to find overall rate of interest. And how we are going to do it? By multiplying it. Clear? Now let us assume like I got to know 48%. Now what I am doing is, once you got the overall interest, your problem is not a simple interest problem now. Your problem is a percentage one. Now you find out 48% of principal. So simple interest is nothing but 48% of principal, which is nothing but 480. Done. You got the point? Yes. Now, few people might be asking like, sir, what if they are asking amount? How to tackle this? Yes, please look here. Once you got the overall interest, I'll write it in terms of a percentage here. So principal will always be 100 percentage. Please make a note of it. Like how we have taken in profit and loss, cost price is always 100 percentage, right? Yes, principal will always be 100 percentage. Interest will always be R percentage, whatever the interest they are going to give, right? Now, with respect to this, I can say amount is equals to 100 plus R percentage. 100 plus R percentage. So this is what you have to keep it in your mind. 100 plus R percentage. It means if principal is given and interest is given as 20 percentage, then I can say amount equals to 120 percentage. You got the point? This is what you need to keep in mind always. Always. Done? Now let us assume like you got to know what is the overall interest and you know what is the rate of interest. How to calculate the number of years? Yes, look here. Number of years can be calculated with the help of overall interest. Take out overall interest divided by the rate of interest. You will get to know what is the total time taken. Getting it? Overall interest by normal rate of interest, you'll get number of times, and this is what you're going to take it for the percentages conversion. Please make a note of it. Principal will always be 100 percentage. Interest will always be R percentage, whatever they are going to give. You can take it as overall interest also. Amount is equals to principal plus interest. That's nothing but 100 plus whatever the interest they have given. 150, 120, 113, whatever it is. It's better. I'll give an example. Okay. Principal, yes, I'll take it as 1000. Rate is 20 percentage. What are you going to do for an amount? First, you have to find out interest. For I'll take out time equals to 2 years. You're going to calculate 1000. Please look here. 1000 into time is 2 into 20 divided by 100. Cancels 40 and 0, 400. 400 is the simple interest. Then I can say amount equals to principal plus interest, which is nothing but 1000 plus 400, which gives 1400. This is general thing. Now I'll apply percentage technique. What is this? Principal is given. Principal is 1000. What about overall interest? 40 percentage. Now what is that I want to find? Look here, 100 percentage is 1000. They are asking for amount. 100 percentage is 1000. I need how much percentage? 140 percentage. How much it is? 1400. Done. Got it? Principal is always 100 percentage. Interest is 40 percentage. Amount should be what percentage? 140 percentage. 100 percentage is 1000. 140 percentage is 1400. Your solution is done. No formula, nothing. Now, which one will go faster? Can I say percentage? Yes, it might be the first time that you might be looking at those techniques or like going out of a syllabus completely, I can say. Like we are not even trying to touch the formula. We're just going against the formulas. This is the Pascal's rule or Pascal's trick for compound interest. And I have told whenever you're going to find out the compound interest, take out the maximum of 3 values from the Pascal. More than 3, you just ignore. I'm telling it directly, guys. You can just ignore, leave it. No need to worry about it. Make the problem simple and later approximate it. Yes, the next thing is about simple interest, where I have told you how to convert the simple interest problem into percentage. Now, can you see that simple interest and compound interest, everything is just percentage, percentage, percentage. There is nowhere I have told anything else other than percentage. No. Any formula used? No. I've used a Pascal triangle, applied percentage to Pascal triangle. Simple interest, just a percentage by taking overall interest. Okay. Will you apply this? You will feel that speed of solving the problem, guys. Thanks for watching. And for more updates on similar videos, don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.